Halftime. Full time. Extra time. Debonair's Pizza. Try something amazing.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to another edition of Kickoff on the Couch. We're here today with Kickoff Editor Sbu and Mjikeliso. We're here to chat Bafana versus Nigeria. Sbu, we've seen Stuart Baxter's 25-man squad. What do you make of the squad going into this crucial AFCON qualifying?
I think he's picked a lot of players on form, rewarded guys like Obrin Ngoma, obviously Lebu Manyama was there in the March friendlies. One or two questionable sort of recalls, namely Tamsano Kabuza as well as Tugelo Randia. Other than that, I think it is a well-balanced squad and it has a lot of guys with African experience, a lot of them are already Sundowns guys. It's a pity that Trompo Kekana is injured, but of course Diani Mabunda's replacement also played a lot in the African Champions League campaign that was very successful.
Kamayelo Mokocho's replacement as well, I mean he's got a knee injury. Stuart Baxter calling up Lebon Piri, who's just signed in front.
Yeah, I would love to see more of Lebon Piri. You know, a lot of these guys that transfer to Europe at a young age, we don't really get to see the full extent of their capabilities. But for him to earn a big-time move shows that he's actually on the upward trajectory in his career. So that's good to see. I don't know if there will be early trust in him. I think he might have to go the way of Mukojo in the beginning, whereby he'll have to earn his place in the team. I think guys like Furman, guys like Jali, Bongani Zungu will sort of lay a bigger marker to midfield places than Lebon Piri. But it's good that he's in and around that squad.
Yeah. And then looking at our record, obviously we've played 12 games against Nigeria, only winning one. We are yet to beat Nigeria in Nigeria. What do you see our chances this time around?
We should have beaten them. The 2-2 draw, Brandy should have had a hat-trick. But it's very hard to criticize a guy who had scored 2 goals, but in that game should have had a hat-trick, should have buried Nigeria. I'll go back to another game against Cameroon where we drew, where Shompo scored that amazing goal from the halfway line. You know, it's games like those you need to kill off. You know, Bafana need to learn to win when they're winning, and not let the opposition back in. We considered a late goal against Nigeria in that game, and I think even though we eventually made it to that year's Africa Cup of Nations in 2015, we still sort of were short on killer instinct, and that showed in that tournament where we couldn't put Algeria away, which then compromised our entire campaign. So I think Bafana need to hold a lot of killer instinct. We won't get many chances in Nigeria. The ones we do, we'll need to put away, even if it's one chance for a 1-0 draw, or 2 chances for a 2-2 draw, or 2-1 win. You need to make sure that the shots are on target, get a header, make sure it's low, either side of the keeper. You know, there needs to be some thought into the set pieces and our attacking, and we need to be very, very solid in defense. I don't necessarily see this game as the one where we'll get our second win against Nigeria, but because it's the start of a qualifying campaign, we don't need a win. We need a draw, we need to get out of there as quickly as we can.
Yeah. Having said that, with what we need in Nigeria, what do you think then Stuart Baxter should go for and with his lineup?
Solidity at the back, definitely. Height and strength. I think Tower and Tyson for me would offer that. I think Rama at right back would offer that. I think Langerman at left back would offer that. So there's height there, there's pace there, there's agility. I think I'll pack the midfield with either of Diani Mabunda, Furman, or Jali, or even Abubakar Mubarak in a terrier role where he does nothing but to spoil the attacks of guys like Ahmed Musa, guys like Henry Onyekuru, guys like Kelechi Iheanacho, Alex Iwobi, you know, all those fancy players that play in Europe. So and up front, I think we need 3 very, very good ball players who can spark an attack in less than 15 seconds on the counter. So I'm talking about guys like Dolly, Percy Tau, Lebohang Manyama, or Aubrey Ngoma, you know, of those guys, which 3 can spring us forward? Or if you add a 4th, a guy like Bomani Zungu who could give a pass, one pass that will just open up, you know, the counter attack. But definitely Percy Tau needs to play a role. Definitely Keegan Dolly needs to play a role. And now it's just a matter of, does Baxter go with the long ball up front, which I think is leaning towards, which is Kabuza, or does it go with speed and playing the ball on the ground? And we have plenty of those kind of players, as even Duke Loranti. So you recovered it in terms of ball playing attackers. Also, it will depend on the pitch. If the pitch allows us to spray the ball around a bit, I think you'll definitely see Moani Zungu in an advanced, almost 10 or number 8 midfield role.
And at the back, do you think Cunha is an obvious choice, or considering Darren Keat is better in the air and he also featured in that 2-2 draw the last time we played?
For me, I'll take a punt on Darren Keat. I'll take a punt on Darren Keat because you want somebody who's going to just get up there and pluck the ball away, no questions asked. Not going to flap at it. There's not going to be returns. You know, you don't want this game to be a thriller. A thriller minute where it's just chances and saves, which is what you get when you've got a Itumeleng Cunha at the back. But with that comes goals. You know, eventually the demo will break. I think for me, you just need to make the game boring. You just need to muffle them, you need to stifle them. I mean, they've got guys like Ichi Ejide. Those guys will try and elbow around if the attackers aren't getting the job done. Kenneth Omeruo, who defender played at Chelsea at some point, he was signed for Chelsea. Those guys will come forward if the attackers aren't doing the job. So you need somebody that's just going to pluck the ball out of the air, not going to do anything fancy. That said, if the pitch allows us, Cunha could be in for a shot. I mean, he is still the number 1 for those counter-attacking passes.
And then just moving on, obviously news broke earlier this week on kickoff.com that Eric Tinkler would be leaving Cape Town City to join SuperSport United. Cape Town City confirming that Eric Tinkler has left and SuperSport making the announcement on Thursday. What do you make of that?
These words could come back to bite me, but I think Tinkler has taken a bit of a gamble. He's carrying the burden of this gamble mostly, so I think it's a very dicey move by him. SuperSport are a club with huge ambitions. I could equal their ambitions to a Mamelodi Sundowns, to a Kaizer Chiefs, to an Orlando Pirates. Whereas Cape Town City were happy to be the plucky underdogs, you know. And there he seemed to have a chairman that was backing him financially, but at the same time, you know, not putting added pressure on him to achieve anything wild. I mean, no one expected them to come back with a Telkom Knockout Trophy or to finish 3rd, which is an African competition position, and above Kaizer Chiefs as well. So there you have something to build on, and if you look at the stability that is there from the teams that were from the players that were still at Mpumalanga Black Aces the season prior, you've got a great springboard to create something there. You've got a blank canvas. And I also read that John Comitas didn't exactly have the chance to match the figure. He felt that he could have matched the figure that Tinkler eventually went for, which means it wasn't necessarily a thing about money. I think Tinkler probably felt that he wants a bigger club, bigger challenge, wants to challenge for honors. But I don't see how he could not have done that at Cape Town City without the pressure. At SuperSport, he's going to have to deliver something, and that's a vulture that's going to circle around his head at every game. I mean, you only need to ask Kevin Johnson about that. Yeah.
I think definitely the ambition of Tinkler is suited to a club like SuperSport, but again, like you say, leaving Cape Town City where there's a stable relationship with the chairman and the expectations aren't so high. But again, I also think that perhaps he felt that he overachieved in his first season and he wouldn't be able to live up to it in the second season.
Maybe. Look, I mean, everyone wants the team that Baxter left behind at SuperSport, or is soon to leave behind at SuperSport. Look, you've got great guys there. If they hold on to Brocky, they've still got the two Sopalas who've done it for years and years, and they're bringing through youngsters like Tebogo Mokoena, Oprah Mudiba, you know. They've got two world-class keepers who are growing, one of which is in the Bafana squad, Ronald Williams. They've got experience in the form of Dean Furman. They've got it all from the back right to the front. The problem is with a team like that, they also want it all in the trophy cabinet as well, and the trophy cabinet, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Sbu. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. We'll catch you next time on the Kickoff on the Couch.
So, how's it going, guys?
Hey, bruh, it's lit. It's so lit.
That's dope, man.
Fabulous. Wow, I love talking to myself. So, is anybody hungry?
Whatever's clever. yeah.
Sure, man.
I'll get it. Thank you.
Come on, just let me, just one shot.
Get the latest Debonair's Pizza Smokin' Barbecue Triple Decker. So delicious you'll have to share it. Debonair's Pizza. Try something amazing.